the only method to become pure is through remembering Baba. And you see, we might choose purity for some time. Yes, sometimes when we come to Brahmin life and we are told that you must have pure food, or you should only listen to Gyan and things that contribute to your growth and not other stuff, or maybe see only that which makes you grow as a soul. And sometimes it is seen that, when we have sanskars of bhakti, we start doing that because, there is a sanskar of obedience and you just try to do it. But the question is, can you be impure and choose pure actions forever? Because if you don't purify yourself from within and you just keep, making choices consciously outside, then after a point of time, those choices become unsustainable. And then you start living a life of hypocrisy, where you tell everybody that I am pure and I am leading a pure life, but maybe you're not. And this journey is very long. It's not about fasting for one day or 1 year. It's a lifelong journey. And when the journey is very long, the rules are very different. You can't just do it with determination. You can't just do it with willpower. You don't have that kind of willpower to just do it externally without changing internally. And you see, I've seen that many souls who don't do the inner work, then even if they, they walk the path for 6-7 years, after that they start, their old sanskars start showing up. And then they are pulled by Maya. So Baba says that deep inner work, which involves remembering Baba, truly and accurately remembering Baba, this deep inner work is most important. And how does Baba's remembrance purify us? So you see, there's a very good saying, good company takes you across and bad company drowns you. Sang tare kusang bore. Or you see, there is another saying, the color of company. So company colors you, sang ka rang. So whoever you keep company with, they will start coloring you. Now the beautiful thing is, when we say company and companion, it is never a physical aspect. It's always an aspect of the buddhi. Because even if you are with somebody physically, doesn't mean that you are in their company really, until and unless your buddhi is connected to them. And have you seen that you sit in a garden for 1 hour with a bad mood, and the ambience, the beautiful ambience of the garden is not able to make you feel comfortable? Because in that bad mood, your Buddhi Yoga is with all the people and the events that caused your mood to be that bad. And at that time, you are not, even if you're in the garden, your Buddhi is not there. So you can't feel the beauty, the fragrance, or the healing energy that's around you. So this is why it's very important to understand that the Sang or the companionship is always an aspect of the Buddhi. Now Baba says that Sankarang. So if you keep company with Baba with your Buddhi always, then that company will slowly color you. And Baba is the ocean of purity, so we will become pure. But how do you keep constant company? You cannot keep constant company without deep love and a sense of strong relationship. Yes, so if you don't feel that there is a relationship with someone and there is not that link of love, then you cannot think of somebody, or you cannot have Buddhi Yoga with somebody for very long. Yes, so who do you have Buddhi Yoga with always? Think about it. Only those who you love, or those who you hold in very close relationship with yourself. My son, my parents, my brother, my sister. So that connection with those who you call mine, that is the basis of having deep Buddhi Yoga. And have you seen that when you have Buddhi Yoga with somebody, their opinions, their state of being, or their qualities, they become your qualities, your opinions, and your state of being. Yes, let's say you're very close to your physical parents, and your physical parents say that maybe they don't approve of a certain kind of work that you're doing, and even if you fight with them and you say, no, I have to do this and I want to do this, still when you're doing it, your heart is guilty, because although in your head you're very convinced that this work is good, their opinion influences you. Even if you don't understand their opinion, or you don't agree with their opinion, when your heart is connected to them, their opinion influences you. And then if your Lokik parents, if you're connected to them and your Lokik parent is not well, they are not in a good state of mind, then you also cannot focus on things. Although you are well and your focus is fine, but you feel you are out of focus, because their state of being also influences your state of being. And then if they are angry, they have qualities of anger or anxiety or any of that stuff, then that shows in your personality also, doesn't it? And I will tell you, this is a very tricky one. And I will tell you, I have been in situations where children come, I'm not talking about little children, I'm talking about grown-ups, like in their 40s or 50s. They come and say, my parent had this quality and I did not like it and I was very uncomfortable with it. But when you look at their personality over a long period of time, you find the same traits in them. So then you start, and they are so unaware that, and it takes a lot of realization to realize that you are the second version of those who you have Buddhi Yoga with. And Buddhi Yoga doesn't only mean that you love them or hate them, but when you're connected to them in your heart, whether it's a relationship of love or dislike or hate or whatever, but if your Buddhi Yoga is there, your heart is connected, your mind is connected, then their quality becomes your quality, their opinion becomes your opinion, and their state of being becomes your being. That is the power of yoga. And this is why you see, in the world, we are all depleting and deteriorating, and we are doing it collectively, because when we are body conscious, our hearts are connected with humans, with bodily beings, and all those souls are in their imperfect states, and we are drawing imperfection and lending imperfection to each other. And have you heard this expression in the world? They say, Dard ka rishta. We have a relationship of sorrow with each other because we are giving and taking sorrow continuously because of our state of sorrow. And the opinions that make us sorrowful, the state of sorrow, and the quality of being sorrowful is being shared continuously because of this Buddhi Yoga. Yes, and you see that even if it is very strange, if you look at it in the world, this is a strange phenomena that people are suffering because of the wisdom they have, but they share it with others, and they do not shy away in sharing it from others, sharing it with others, and they share it like it gave them a lot of benefit. And you see, I remember there was this one Mata, and she brought her daughter to me, and she said that this daughter of mine wants to study. She doesn't want to get married, but I am telling her getting married is important, and you can study after marriage, but she's not listening to me. So you tell her. So I asked her, why do you want her to get married? So she said, that's the only way to be happy. So I said, you are married. Are you happy? So she said, no. So I said, then why are you passing on that, that knowledge to her, that she will be happy when she gets married, when you are married and you're not happy? So why doesn't it make you think twice about your idea of this connection between marriage and happiness? So she said, I don't know, but this is what we have learned, and this is what she must do, and if she doesn't do it, then I will kill myself. So I said, this is not done. You see, you're saying you want her to be happy, and then she will get happiness through marriage, but you're yourself saying that she can't be happy by getting married because you also were not happy, and marriage and happiness have no connection at all. It's not that marriage and unhappiness have a connection or marriage and happiness have a connection. No, both of them don't have a connection. It's not like all married people are unhappy or all married people are happy. So it's not about happiness. So it's just a karmic settlement. If you have some good karma from past life, then it will present itself as a person you have good consonance with and you get on well. And if you have a lot of karmic baggage, it will manifest as a relationship in which there is dissonance. So I told her that marriage has got nothing to do with happiness. Any other reason you have for her to get married? So ultimately, when I started talking to her, at the end she said, I just want her to go. I want her to go and have her own, own life, own house. I can't keep her. I'm too scared of society. So you see, sometimes when we are passing on these ideas to others, we always tell them that these are the ways to be happy. But if you look at your own life, those methods didn't make you happy. So you're still seeking happiness after doing all of this. So when you tell somebody that you must do a job, tell them that job will make you have money. Don't tell them that that job will make you secure and that job will give you a lot of respect and that job will give you future security. So because after all the years of you doing a job, you don't feel secure from within, do you? So security is a myth. So you are not feeling secure with a job, but you tell your children that the job will give you security. It doesn't. It gives you money, and tell them job gives you money. You can buy stuff with it. So do that. So what I'm trying to tell you is that in the world, when our hearts are connected to somebody and they have opinions which they are not revising. So you see, people do not revise their opinions in the face of reality. So opinions are pretty fixed and you do not check whether the wisdom that you have received from the society or the world that you live in, whether it is serving you right or not. You sometimes don't check. People told you that when you pass your matriculation you will be at peace. So you also tell your children, when the 10th exams are over you will be at peace. But you were not at peace, but you didn't check that and tell your child better. Because you do not check the reality and you do not revisit your opinions in the light of reality. So those opinions or those ideas are passed on generation after generation without any checking. And I will tell you one thing. There was one Mata, she told me that her husband, he cheated on her and he left her with two daughters, 11-year-old and 9-year-old, and never looked back. And when she asked him, what do I do with the daughters now that you're leaving me? He told, burn them. And he just left in 1 second. And this Mata, she made lot of efforts and then she found a job and then she started working as a receptionist, and from that place she grew and she really worked hard all her life and raised her two daughters. And after the daughters were of a certain age, 24, 25, she told me, now my only concern is to get them married. So I told them, but why is your only concern to get them married? So she said, at least they should settle down in life. So I said, did you settle down after marriage? Was your marriage successful in giving you a settled life? So she said, no, but not everybody is as unlucky as I am. So I said, who told you you were unlucky? This is the ordinary way things work. So marriages don't settle you down. So this is a false idea that marriage will settle you down, or marriage will give you security, or job will give you security, or marriage will give you happiness, job will give you happiness. No. So marriage is a social custom. You want to adhere to it, do it. Don't want to, don't do it. It has got nothing to do with peace, happiness, security, or any of that stuff. So Baba tells us that, you see, but when we are connected to bodily beings who are body conscious in this impure world, their opinions, their states of mind and their qualities, they start becoming our qualities. Now, when you just take this whole thing and take it to Baba, and you start understanding that when you have really genuine deep realization that I am a soul and my Baba is my parent, teacher and Satguru. So you see, every day in the Murli, Baba tells you that you are a soul and you belong to me. So, and I am your father, teacher and Satguru. But it is only over a long period of time that this starts settling in. Yes, because when you hear something which is so new and so different from what you have heard all along, because all along you had bodily parents, teachers and Satgurus. And now there is incorporeal Baba coming and talking to you, and we say it's through the Murli that your Supreme Father, Supreme Teacher and Satguru is talking to you. And you start experimenting with the idea, but you don't experience it until a long time. And slowly, gradually, you start feeling that really the one who is talking to me through the Murli is my Father, Teacher and Satguru. Yes. And when you start realizing and genuinely, this seat sinks in that I am a soul and this is my Baba and I have all relationships with that Baba, then your Buddhi Yoga is with Baba. And these churnings of knowledge and the practices of meditation, they slowly gradually they slowly gradually bring you to a place where your heart gets connected to Baba. These are only practices until your heart gets connected. Yes, and when your heart gets connected, then Baba's opinion starts becoming your opinion. And what is Baba's opinion? Baba's opinion is the truth. So Baba is the truth, and whatever he says is the truth, and your opinion starts aligning with the truth, and Baba's state of being starts becoming your state of being, because you are so connected with your heart to Baba. And Baba's Baba's qualities, they start becoming your qualities. So Baba says that when you start having Buddhi Yoga with Baba, and Buddhi Yoga is, until a long time, you try to establish that genuine, accurate connection. Yes, just like, when you, when in the world you create something new or you do something for the first time, you don't get it right in the first instance, do you? No, you have many hits and trials and then you get it right. And I remember there was this one Mata, she was telling me, I have been making halwa for 20 years and I got it right now. So now after 20 years, I make really accurate halwa. And she said, I couldn't figure out where I was getting wrong and I kept experimenting. And after 20 years, I have a good recipe, accurate one. And now I make really good halwa. So you think about it, it takes 20 years to expertise a halwa recipe. So think about how much time it takes to, build that accurate Buddhi Yoga with Baba. Because you see, our ideas of our Buddhi Yoga with Baba is not proper or not accurate, because we are not able to consider ourselves to be a soul. Second is the connection or the feeling that I have all relationships with just one Baba. And third thing is knowing Baba as he is, because we have very many ideas about Baba from Bhakti, which is not truth about Baba. Yes, so in Bhakti we connect to God just because we want something from God, right? We don't connect with Baba, we don't remember God because we love God. We remember God because we desire something. So, when you sit with Baba also, it takes a lot of time to establish a selfless relationship of love. Yes, when you sit with Baba, for a long time what you do is you pull out your list of this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And sometimes you also, you start pulling out your list of I'm filling with peace, power, love, and you start doing that. But genuine love for Baba, that I am a soul and this is my parent. When you love somebody, do you have an agenda in mind when you sit with them? Do you have an agenda in mind? Do you think about, I spent 30 minutes, what did I get? Do you keep evaluating? Yes, then why do you do that in meditation? I spent 30 minutes, am I feeling better? Why am I not feeling better? Who did you spend 30 minutes with? With your father. So is it not okay to spend time with your Baba even if, you're not feeling any better? It's okay. You spend that time with Baba anyway. Yes, you think about your Baba, you think about, you spend time with Baba, you spend time in his company. And when you're body conscious, it looks impossible to do that. Because body consciousness is all about, physical, there should be something physical that you feel, something that you should experience as some physical sensation. And I will tell you one instance. There was a story I read many years back that there was a grandfather, and when the grandfather returned from the park one day, he was very sad, and there was the grandchild, and he asked, why are you sad? So the grandfather said, I had a very dear friend and I used to talk to him every day for 1 hour. And when I sat with him every day 1 hour, that was the most beautiful time of my day, and that friend of mine died today. So I am very sad. So the grandchild said, but I have not seen that friend of yours. So he said, he met me in the park every day. So the grandchild said, but I have been to the park with you many times. I have not seen your friend. So he said, no, you have seen my friend, the one who sat beside me on the bench every day. So he said, but I never saw you two talk. You just sat with each other, and he was sitting and you were sitting every day for 1 hour. I never saw you talk. So the grandfather said, sometimes you don't need to talk to talk. He was there, and I felt that he is there every day when he came and sat with me for 1 hour. Now, why I'm sharing this story is the grandchild doesn't understand how you can sit with somebody and be a friend without talking. Because you see, when we take birth after birth, these concepts become like, very body conscious. So who is a friend? These days, somebody who you just sit and talk to is not your friend. Somebody who you party with is your friend. Or somebody who gives you a loan when you call them is your friend. Yes, so these days, friendship also has got another meaning. So Baba says that you and I have that connection where you sit with me and you sit in the awareness of who you are, and you sit in the awareness of who I am. And in that company, I start coloring you without you being even asked to be colored. So you're not seeking to be colored. It's just that company that colors you. You are not going to Baba with some agenda. You're going to Baba just to spend time with that ocean of love, ocean of peace, ocean of purity. And you are also in a very good state of joy, purity and peace, because you are also in your Swadharma. And then you start also thinking about, when you are sitting with Baba, you have heard Baba in the Murli. So you know his opinions, you know what Baba tells about situations and behaviors and things and events, and what Baba says about this world drama. So all of that starts coming to your buddhi when you sit with Baba. Because when you sit with somebody, who they are starts, you hold that in your awareness. And Baba says, slowly, gradually, I start having an influence on your opinions, on state of being, and my qualities start becoming your qualities. So you are peaceful anyway, but you start becoming the master ocean of peace. You are loveful anyway, but you start becoming the master ocean of love. And the most important thing is that Baba, when Baba comes, he redefines these qualities for us. So it's not like we never used the word peace before Baba. But we did not know how to live in the world of sound and be peaceful even while talking and walking and doing work. Yes, but Baba tells us that peace is your swadharma. So whenever you are anchored in the consciousness that I am a peaceful soul, then you can be at peace while talking, working and doing everything. You don't have to shut yourself up in a room that's closed from all four corners and then feel peace based on silence and solitude and isolation. No. Baba says you can be in a very solitary state with your intellect. You can just think about yourself as separate from the body and be peaceful and anchored in your spiritual peace while doing everything through the body. So you can use the body while being self-aware that I am a peaceful soul. So Baba's concepts, the way Baba teaches us about peace, or the way Baba teaches us about love. So you see, when we sit with Baba and we feel Baba's love is not the love of a human. So the experience of Baba's love is also very different from the experience of human love, because Baba's love is full of, care, belonging, acceptance and also detachment. So you also start soaking in that quality of pure love. And then Baba says, I am the ocean of purity. So when you sit before Baba, what is Baba like? Baba is like this ocean of purity who purifies the whole impure world but the impurity of the world is not able to affect Baba even this little bit. So you also start understanding that I am Baba's child and I am also like this. I have the capacity to purify the atmosphere around me and not get affected by the atmosphere. So you start soaking in. It's not about even if you don't think about soaking in, if you're just thinking about who you are and who Baba is, and that you're sitting in his company, you start soaking in that quality of Baba that Baba has. And Baba says this is the method with which Baba purifies us. But for this method to work, for the remembrance of Baba to purify you, the most important thing is you understand I am a soul and I belong to Baba. All my relationships are with Baba. And with that, when you start understanding that spending time with Baba is something that comes naturally to me, I don't have to carve out time, take out time, or make effort. Baba is the only one I have. So whenever you are in this world, your natural connection is always with Baba, because that's who you belong to. So then Baba's company starts coloring you, and you also start becoming pure like Baba. So this is how remembrance purifies us. Okay. Om Shanti.